All right, we're live. Okay, all right.
Did that interrupt everything? Because it just said, "Oh, this meeting's being recorded." Like,
Yeah, I think it.
oh,
Well,
okay.
this is a natural podcast.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, okay, like obviously, like, what are you telling me that for? Like,
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, stop treating me like I'm dumb. Like,
these machines, man, they're taking over. I'm telling you.
yeah, I'm telling you, man. Thinking they're better than me. But all right, let's
Pull
get
up
back into this.
Terminator. Pull up Terminator right now. Right now. Right now. Pull that up. Pull that
This,
up.
this, like, this is the future right here, right here.
Oh God.
This is
Jesus
what this bot is treating me like right now. This bot
Oh,
thinks it's this right now.
Jesus.
You're not him. You're not this machine.
Oh,
The
Jesus.
giant himself. You're not this man. So or bot, whatever. Like leave me alone.
That's scary. That's scary. That's scary. Anyway. Okay. All right. Sorry, I sound like I'm on drugs right now. I'm just
Yeah,
so
this
hyped.
is like it sounds like you just like got off like a big like dopamine rush, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm happy today, man. I'm freaking hyped.
It's good. It's good, man. Got a
Hey,
whole
man.
headache from what I did. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing a little too much, man. But
Maybe this raw goats experience will be a aspirin for you.
maybe I am trying to calm down.
Yep. But we got some. So today we're gonna do a Q&A. How did I get the questions? Well, I asked a cousin of mine.
Actually, no. That what the viewers should do is mind their business. Not
No, but in all seriousness, how I got these questions, I asked a cousin of mine to ask their friends like for questions to ask us. So these are the questions. We didn't post on social media or anything. It's just this is from other.
last time we did that, with 0 followers, they didn't. We got some poop questions.
Yeah,
That video is still up today, but we did the best. But now we got another one.
yeah. No offense, viewers. By the way, no offense. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah. I mean, the ones that are watching
yeah.
aren't the ones that sent the question. Yeah.
We're safe. We're safe. We saved ourselves. All right.
Yo. All right. So.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah. I don't know. You want me to start now, Monty?
Yeah. Get the questions out of the way, man. I got business to do afterwards, man. I got a. I don't even know what to say. I got business.
Yeah, you got business. There you go. But yeah. So first question, a little bit simple. Well, who's your favorite superhero?
Right, the GOAT God greatest Batman himself, the psychology master, the big brain. You could never break his mind or his soul. Like look at hold on. Yeah, just specifically listen, man. Look at him, man.
Yeah.
Soulless, man. You can't touch this man. This is the Kobe of superheroes right here, man. Can never touch this man mentally. The greatest man.
Man slapped around Superman. I mean, I think that's enough to talk.
Exactly. He's a mortal man slapping up an alien. Like imagine, bro.
Yeah. God versus man right there. A man won.
Exactly.
But yeah, Jesus. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you want my take on it. I like my when I was a kid, I'm not really into superheroes right now, but when I was a kid I really liked Wolverine and Batman.
Mm.
I liked Wolverine just, for me, Imani, I like those like realistic superheroes, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like this is like he's really just in the dirt, just getting it done. And also, if you guys have never watched that movie Logan, Jesus, Imani, if you haven't seen that movie, it's so good.
I actually need to watch that out of old movies.
Yeah, that like, for me, Imani, you know how I love movies, but the stories I love is, that old man, he was the greatest back in the day, but he's gone. He lost one time, and yeah, he was it. He said to himself, "I'm not that great anymore." So he we went up to the mountains and exiled himself, and now he's back, but the gears are a little rusty. He can't move as well anymore, but somebody just came to his doorstep and they needed. I'm basically describing the whole plot of the movie, but
Yeah, it's just like spoilers, man. Jesus.
yeah, I'll put it this way, right? But I love those stories of like, a boxer in his heyday, he was just knocking everybody out. He was the best. A couple losses, and he realized, what, maybe my career's done, and then he leaves. But then he comes back and he's like, I still got more to prove. Kind of like George Foreman. He came
Yep.
back when he was a little, he wasn't that as good as he was in his prime, but he's still got it a little.
Still show
He
people how nice he is.
yeah, I mean, he's getting slapped around a little bit more. He's getting thrown around a little. A couple more cuts, a couple more bruises, a couple more. Oh, my hip!
Yep.
But he gets the job done at the end of the day. A little collateral damage, but what? All good. He gets it done. You know,
Yep.
it's kind of like Imani. I don't know if you know this story, but the Dark Knight storyline for Batman. That old Batman. He's putting on the cape one more time. He's like a
I
box.
don't.
No,
You keep telling me about movies like if I watch them, man. I have not watched a movie since Infinity War.
oh, not that one. The Dark Knight Returns. That's probably the one. Yeah,
Returns.
yeah. Returns.
See, that
Batman.
makes more sense, but
The
what?
the rectangle Batman that I joke about.
Oh, I definitely don't know about.
Oh, well,
God.
yeah, he comes. This is old Batman, and he comes back, and he's got to fight the mutant gang, and he's a little old and rusty, and like I said, oh my hip, but he still gets the job done. He fights Superman, and gets the job
Yeah.
done. I love those old stories, man. I love those stories, man, about the man in his heyday. He's old, but he's old, in his return, but he's still trying to do his thing. I
Still
love.
doing his thing, man. He still comes back and tells everybody, I will never lose it until
Yeah,
my bones wither. Like,
yeah.
that's gangster, man. That is gangster.
Might get thrown around a little. Might get a couple, dings and scratches and all that, but it's all good. He gets right
Yeah.
back up.
Still the same result, just a very sloppy method, but
Yeah.
it's still the same.
Let me teach you something, Sonny. Let me
Yep.
teach you something, little boy. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, Wolverine and Batman. So those are my two favorites. But
Go gods, yeah. I mean, well, since they're adding another one too, I do mess with Iron Man too, just to add that in there. It's really just the guys that just put on a suit and then just slam on people. But I like Batman more now, to be honest. More psychology. Iron Man is just a cocky dude, but I like the suit.
But yeah, Batman's just wearing those tights, man. You could see his junk through the tights. So
I'm not zooming in.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't think you want to see all that. But
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, next question. We'll go with a little bit more of a simpler one. Uh, what are some material possessions you guys dream of owning?
Got you right now. Very specific, but I need this. Hold on. Favorite rapper right now, the GOAT God greatest, and he did. I think he did a collab with He did a collab one time. I don't even know if that ever dropped, but
Wait, go up to the mic.
I am this close anyway. But he dropped. Oh yeah, he had this Bape. He had the Bape / Undefeated collab, bro, and the varsity jacket that he had. The hold on, Bape Undefeated. This is. Right, you can't tell me this ain't drip, bro. You can't tell me this isn't drip right here. Look at this man, bro. Look at that, man. I love. I don't know. I just have a very particular thing for varsity jackets. I don't know why. If when I hit like 25, why? When I hit like 25, bro, the only thing probably in my closet is gonna be NBA varsity jackets or just like regular Bape ones, maybe if I had the money, like help a brother out, boost up the podcast. But that's all you seen like as tops. Just that, if I could choose, man, I have a very particular thing for the jackets, man, and this is like the most fire. Whew, like it's just, but that's very, very specific. But that's something. No, it's nothing too much. It's probably like $300, for that specific one. I'll buy it. I'll spend a pretty penny. Get it real nice and dirty. Wear it 5 times a week. Going off on a tangent, but that's me specifically.
All right. See, Amani's a simple man right there. I think that's a simple request. I mean,
Yep.
for me, Monty knows I like a couple of muscle cars, and I like some motorcycles. So I'll tell you, there are three cars right now that I really would like if the podcast blows up. Yeah, 19. Oh, pull up that gray one, Amani. Pull up the gray one.
This one.
Yeah, right there. Oh, yeah, that one right there. That's the one I'd get. The 1969 Ford Mustang. I think that's a Mach 1. Yeah, Mach 1. That's the one I'd probably get. Different wheels though. I wouldn't get those wheels. I get
Cool
the
wheels,
classic
boy. We, we
wheels.
need we
Oh,
need
that
one.
one.
We need those. We need
Yeah,
these wheels right here.
yeah. I
We need
like
them
those wheels.
drag tires. You need to hear the
Yeah.
skirt. No grip, just all wheel spin. Like,
Nice spoiler in the back. Nice spoiler
yeah,
in the back. Yeah, the basically the John Wick car. John Wick's car. I really like that car. Um, Second car probably the Chevelle. The Chevelle.
hold on.
I think the 60 Chevelle. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a
The,
60 Chevelle.
this one.
No, not that one. Then it's 70 Chevelle. 70 Chevelle. I keep forgetting which one it is. Yeah,
Oh,
70
I
Chevelle.
literally
Yeah.
thought that's what it was. I don't know what my brain was thinking. The autocorrect in my brain was crazy, but
Nice. The black one. Not that. I mean, that still works. Yeah. That one right there. The black one right there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's the one I want right there.
yes, sir. Look at the
Dream car.
back. Imagine doing a wheelie on that thing, baby. Just
Yeah. Jesus. That's my second car that I'd really like. Chevelle Classic. You already know.
Yep.
You know, when you pull up in one of those, you know. But
You know, you got all the old heads looking like, damn, that
yeah,
that Sonny boy really got that nice one, like or whatever
yeah.
they say. I don't know what they say, man.
Yeah, who knows? But and third car I really, really would like is a 1963 uh uh Corvette. 1963 Corvette Stingray. Yeah,
Yes,
right
sir.
there. Oof, the black one, Amani, the black one, the black one. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Look at that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That
sir.
thing is just, oh, look at the back. That
Look
is
at the back. As a
cheap.
stingray right there, you see the back. Your heart just like starts pounding real vigorously on the make and model of what they were doing back in 1963. Man, just
Yeah.
man.
Yep. Yeah, that's my car right there. I was thinking about buying the model kit too and building it, put in my room, just as a constant, just motivation. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that's it. That's the car right there. Too bad, a good one probably is like 200K, 100K. So
Hey
Matt's
man, Patreon. Not
yeah, Matt's gonna have to save up some couch pennies for a little bit, but what are you gonna do? Hard
yeah,
work at the end of the day.
hard work, baby.
So, and Amani also knows I like my motorcycles too. So, a nice, 19. My dream motorcycle is a 1970 to 74 Norn Commando. I think either the 850 or the 750 is good enough. Yeah, not some of these, but some like this, some like yeah. Um, Click on that one. Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, this is some. Yeah, actually, no, this is the one I want. Yeah, some one that would look like that. This isn't Amani's preferred motorcycle.
I don't
But
really have one. I'm not a
yeah,
motorcycle guy. I'm more of a, the just cars.
yeah,
You
but
know, classic muscles, modern muscles, super cars, hyper car, whatever it is, man. No, maybe a cool Civic. Then I kind of hate the car as a joke, but
but this is the car I want. A little different seat though. I want the seat with like like stitching on it. But regardless, this is exactly like the one I want. Maybe the gauge I'd make it a chrome. Maybe
mm,
take off one of those wheel holder thingamabobs, the little thingies. I don't know what they're called. People, I just like bikes for the design and the riding. I don't know nothing about them otherwise.
yeah,
So
we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out.
yeah. So 1970 to 1974 Norn Commando. 750 to 850. You know, I know the 750 is a little faster, but whatever's good. You know, whatever I could
Yeah.
get for a good price, whatever looks all good. But this is the bike, my dream bike. You know, the Keanu Reeves bike right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
And also, secondly, I'd like a Bullet 350 Classic. That's another bike that I really would like. 350 Classic. One of
God damn. Okay, I actually might rock with this. You talking about one of these?
no, not that one. Yeah, wait, go to the one with the white a little bit. Wait, go not that one. Go low down, low down. Okay, no, up a little bit. Left. Yes.
What?
No, right. Sorry.
That's
Got
not
it.
even white. That's chrome.
Oh wait, no, I meant the symbol is a little white. Yeah, like something like that looks like one of these or something like that. This isn't the exact model I would want, but one of these. The bike guys will know what I'm talking about. The 350 Classic Bullet. You know, when I was a kid, you know, I was into the Kawasaki's, the Hondas, and all that. But you know, now that I'm an older man, you know, I'm just into those cruisers. You know, the classic. You know,
You're so
cool guy
old.
pulling up. But hey
Talking like
man,
you're 35, man, but you know that's why
yeah.
we're famous. Well,
Well,
hindsight wise, but
well, hey man, it's not about the fame; it's about putting out the message. In my mind, and
exactly, man, and that's what an old ass man would say. But
hey man, that's why I made the. That's why we made the podcast. At the end of the day, you know, just to help people. So at
yep,
the end of the day, you know, what matters more is if we help people instead of getting all this stuff. You know, this stuff can all be destroyed in one fell swoop. So, you know,
yes, sir.
that's one thing though about that you guys should know about material possessions. I don't think, you know, I feel like if you want to use them as motivation, that'll totally work. You know, I've seen it happen, but you know, don't always make it about that. You know,
Yeah, man, because then you get it, and then what? You want the next thing, and then the
yeah,
next thing, and then the next thing, and it's just gonna be. I don't know. You might as well just save your money because you're just gonna be purchasing whatever you feel like.
yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, as much as me and Imani would like this stuff, we both know that after we get it, it's going to be like, all right, then what? What are we going to do? You know?
Oh, I already know what I'm doing. I'm about to be the most cocky man on earth. I do not care. I'm about to walk up in any store, buy the most expensive thing, you know, and then like you know how people like kind of like try to like readjust their jacket. I'm just gonna do that obnoxiously. Nah, I'm just gonna do something.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be very cocky. That's really it, but
I
not too
mean,
cocky. You know, not you know. I'm still gonna be humble towards the right people. But when I walk down the street, you know, I got that rapper, face on. You know, the nobody can mess with me face. Not as long as no one tries to punch me. Someone really tries to run up on me. That's different. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm not really into clothing or any of that fancy stuff. Like this is the most I'd spend, really. You know, otherwise, you know, I'm sticking with my Amazon Basics clothing. People sticking with that.
I don't blame you.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just a dream of mine to own some of this stuff. You know, just you know, maybe my kids can, you know, ride the cars or something like that. I don't know. It just gives me a
Hell
little bit
yeah.
of happiness. You
Just
know.
give that thing to your kids. They about to be happy as hell. Like, oh my god, a
Yeah.
car 100 times older than me. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. But all right, you want to move on to the next question, or
yes, sir.
um,
We are done with being materialistic now.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right. So next question. We kind of already answered this, but why did we start the podcast?
Um,
Um,
so boom, right? I'll give my side of it, and then I'll branch it over to you. I was watching a bunch of the roommates, and I think I was watching like the early ones. Like I was going from like first, like their very first episode to the 10th, and then the 20th, and I was like, I feel like I can do this, like because how they started was like very like how me and Matt used to do it, because me and Matt would just sit there and just like before it was just like a walk down the street. We would just walk down the street and talk, about the same stuff that we do now. And then it switched to like Discord and Google Meet. We would do that once a week, just to talk, because it's not like I'm going over to his house. And one day, Matt just hit me up with the, hey, let's start a podcast, and that's my backstory on it. And then we just did it.
I mean, yeah, basically that's it for me too. I mean, also to add on to it, it's just like, you know, like I wanted to do it too because like I know a lot of people out there they just have tough days. They just come home from work and it was a tough day. Their boss was just an a-hole to them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And like, to I don't know, may to like hopefully I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but hopefully to just provide a laugh or provide just like, oh wow, damn, I never thought about that. Um, to somebody,
Yep.
I find that it makes me happy. That's one of the reasons why I want to become a comedian too. It's just making people laugh makes me happy. You know, I always enjoy doing it. Also, apart from money, I never really had nobody to talk to or to just go to or something. So, I just want to provide viewers with that too. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. I don't really like talking about it too much because I just feel like oh look at me, you know what I mean. But um, I don't know. I feel like an a-hole talking about that. I don't know, but that's just me being stupid. But anyway, um,
Well, yeah, I was gonna call you stupid for saying that. Like, oh, how you feel a-hole for trying to help people? Like, what? Like,
no, I mean I don't really like talking about it because I feel like I'm being like disingenuous or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't
top
know.
5 worst reasons, but all right.
I don't know. I know people. They're just like, no, man, you want to help me. I just, I don't want to like constantly say it because then that's just disingenuous. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, it's kind of in general, like these type of conversations have been, I don't know, shunned from society. You try to have this conversation in public, someone runs into your convo, starts talking about some foolishness, like, hey, you seen the playoffs? Like, and then they just, you don't, there's no space for these type of convos anymore. So, we were like, you know what, screw it. We're going to create one. And now we
Yeah,
have our lane.
yeah. But at the end of the day, both me and Monty say is that we get like one email, even just one email saying, "Wow, thank you guys. You really helped me out," or whatever. That's totally good enough for us.
And I'm hanging that up on my wall like an NBA jersey. I do not care. I'm printing that out. The first one, baby. I'm printing that out.
Look, and we hope we're helping you guys or giving you guys a laugh or something like that. Because at the end of that's why we're doing this. You know, like all this materialism stuff, it means nothing at the end of the day. Because like I said, one hurricane can destroy all this stuff. So
Yep.
absolutely nothing. So yeah, I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna start crying if we keep talking. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man, we gotta say this when we retire or something. We stopped doing that. That's when we started talking about how this started.
yeah,
But we will have way more stuff to talk about by then. But
no, but all right. Okay, here's more of a heavier one. What's your biggest regret in life?
you want to go first? Because I have no idea, to be honest.
Um, I don't know. I think my biggest regret in life is like I think it was the times where maybe I could have been a little bit more out there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The times where I could have maybe said a joke or something to brighten up somebody's day. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a lot of times, like I had something funny to add, but I didn't add it. You know what I mean? And possibly I could have made a couple new friends or something like that. You know what I mean? And I wish I was a little bit more out there sometimes. You know, I think I don't know. It goes back to that episode we did. I wish I was a little bit more there sometimes. You know what
Mm.
I mean? You know, um, yeah. I don't know. It's something you got to think about. Because it's like for you viewers out there, it's kind of like what is the point of having regrets too? Because it's like if you learn from it, you got some from it, right?
Yeah.
So
And even then too, we are young. It's not like we fucked up in life. I curse, wow. But it's not like we messed up in life or something like that. I don't feel like we've gotten to the point where we made a mistake. I don't even think we're going to because everybody else tells us to not make mistakes that they did. So I don't know why we would make. I don't know. It got to be something new. It got to be some new regret. Something that you never heard that or me never heard or you would never heard. It got to be something new. And I don't think if like hopefully we'll never reach that point. But we haven't even reached the point for that to even happen yet. So at least to me, but
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, everything that you wish you did something else towards, or something like that, everything that you say, "Oh, I wish that could have had a different outcome." I recommend really just looking at them and being like, "Okay, that went wrong. How can I fix it the next time? Learn something from it." And yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on it, but we'll get on to the
I
next.
didn't even get my point, man. Slow down. Slow down. I
Wait,
had something to say.
I thought
I
you finished speaking. Oh, Jesus.
no, I let you speak, and then I was gonna get to my regret because I was just adding on to the regret, but I still have something.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man.
The little regret that I have is, like I don't really care about it now because it's helping me, and the benefit was,
All right.
well, not listening earlier. Because a
Mm.
lot of people, especially like towards basketball and stuff, they were like, "Oh, yo, you need to do push-ups," and I was like, I don't really have to do it. I was 15 anyway, so even then, I still needed that early edge. That something as simple as that, it kind of did change my life actually. Like doing push-ups at home gave me an entirely new work ethic. Like instead of bro, why, bro? It's not even. My bad. It's just like I'm hearing fireworks. I don't even know if it's blasting into my mic, but it's annoying to hear.
Me
But
too.
exactly, like it's just like why? Oh my God, it's summer. Let's blow up fireworks every
Memorial
night.
Day, man. The day
Exactly.
we're shooting this is
I
Memorial.
I forgot. I forgot about that. I thought it was because remember quarantine, everyone was shooting fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was that, but yeah, I
So
forgot
thanks to
Memorial.
the troops, by the way.
Yeah, thanks to
Thanks to the
I'm
troops.
saluting right now. I don't have a camera,
Saluting.
but I'm saluting. But
Yep. Yep. Thank you for all your sacrifice and hard work.
yes, thank you. But back to what I was saying, just not listening earlier, because people will give you advice in life and you'll be like, I don't really care. But, you know, like once I applied it, that's really what I'm trying to say. Applying stuff. I listened and I understood. I just never applied it. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, I'll go do it and then not actually do it. Even though then I understood the concept, I listened to it, kept it in the back of my mind. I just never did it. You
Hmm.
know, I'm basically doing more or doing something earlier.
Yep.
But it's little things, man. That's really why I feel like I'm so peaceful now because I'm applying these little things, you know, and stuff like that. Just applying, just doing basically, and now it's like it's working, So but yeah, that's my regret for not doing it earlier, not doing early.
Yep. But you learn from it, so it's all good,
Yeah.
I guess. Yep. Um. Yeah. Okay. Here's another one. What's the worst experience you have had with people? You want to go first, or?
Um, you go first because I gotta think about it.
Um. I think the worst experience I've ever had with people. This is just a general thing. When you're sitting in a group and like you are made to be the outcast immediately.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Has that ever
Yeah.
happened? Yeah. Like I remember I hated sometimes going to it was one of these classes, I can't remember, but one of these classes, and I remember I was in a group, and I was in a group for each week that we had to go to this class. We had to go to this room, excuse me, not class, room. And the whole table was just full of like really like Gen Z people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like really just flat comedy, just like I remember sometimes I just say stuff and they wouldn't even listen, like they just pass it off, and I'm like, wow, thanks. That's really nice of you. Taking the whole to you
Yep.
know, like that's a little rude, but okay. Whatever. But yeah, man, just making like I don't know, just other people making me feel like an outsider is just kind of I don't know. I don't know, man. It's kind of rude to do to somebody. You know what I mean? Like it's just especially when I'm trying to make an effort to like talk to you or whatever. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of for me. It's a little rude and it's a little I don't know. It's just it's not good for people's mental health either. You know what I mean? Because it's like people get made into outcasts. They will look at themselves differently and be like, "Am I weird? Like, is there something wrong with me?"
Yeah, and that's the worst feeling.
Yeah,
It's the worst feeling. You start questioning yourself and stuff.
yeah. I mean, so yeah, that's it for me. I don't know. What about you, Monty?
Okay, I had to pick like a genuine one because I'm not gonna state out a certain instance,
Mm,
but I lost it. Damn, wait, it was basically like I had multiple instances where I would be a extremely good friend,
mhm,
and it was like I was getting taken advantage of, or something like that. Like something towards that extent. Like either it wasn't appreciated, wasn't given back, like it wasn't reciprocated. It was like I was putting too much. It was a one-sided relationship in terms of friendship,
right.
and I would just be the person putting all the work in. But that's just who I was at that point. Like I thought, okay, being a good friend is doing this, this, and that.
Hmm.
But it was really just me tolerating another person until I snapped, because I would have to blow past them, slightly disrespecting me, slightly disrespecting me, slightly disrespecting me, slightly disrespecting me, side comments, side comments, side comments. Not not like uplifting me. I'm the one uplifting them, but they would just poop on me and stuff.
Yeah.
And and then I would reach a point where I would snap, and then they would turn themselves to the victim. And
Hmm.
this is multiple instances. For example, like I had this dude in middle school, like I was cool with, because we were both nerds and stuff, and we both liked the same thing. But he was such like he complained about not having friends,
Hmm.
but he just didn't know how to be a good friend. Like
Yeah.
he would just do multiple things. Like I even remember during recess, like there was a dead rat somewhere, like
Mhm.
on the yard, and what he did was he grabbed my bag and then
Mhm.
threw it on a dead rat. I picked it up. I was slightly mad, but I didn't really care. It's like, it's just a rat. Like, it's not like the fucking carcass is stuck to my bag. It was just a dead rat, and it was dried up blood. I didn't really care. And then he goes and asks, "Are you mad?" Like, if like I don't know what he expected me to be then, because it's almost like you threw it on the dead rat, and then now you ask me if I'm mad. It's like, what else am I supposed to be, calm?
Yeah.
Like it's things like that. Like just it's like, some people really just sit there. Once you get close to them, they will go out their way to push you out your character. And I ended up befriending people like that. So, you know, because I would always be the guy like, damn, he has no friend. Let me go be a friend to him, and they would show me why they have no friends. Like, and I'm a very hard person to push. I feel I've tolerated a lot of things, but even then it was still the same result. I would still end up as like any other person that became friends with them. I would stop being their friend, so there's
Yeah.
that. That was my worst experience. Sis with an S.
Some people when they get comfortable with other people, there's this weird just automatic response of okay, let me try to insult this person as much as I can. Let me try to irritate them as much as I can. I never understood it. I never understood it. I think it's just you finally found someone that's going to take your BS, so now you're just going to throw it on them. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Yeah, but I don't mean to cut you off, but it gets weird when
it
you
does, yeah,
complain you don't have friends and
yeah.
then go do that. It's like,
Mhm.
I could understand if you don't complain about not having friends, you're just weird. But no, it's weird when you guilt trip me into like, oh, I never had a friend. It's like, bro, this is exactly why. It's
I
like it was
know.
like like some emotional abuse tactic. It's like, once I start to leave, you start giving me some like sob story, and you start actually being a good person, and then once you reel me back in, you start being poop. It's weird. It's so weird, like you said.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, it is weird, man. It is, but I don't know. I mean, there's a lot more to say on that. I feel, I think, but
Yep.
I maybe we could do it in another podcast episode. But
Yeah,
for
because
now,
that I don't know. I feel like we kind of addressed that, but I don't even know. It's just that alone is weird anyway. But yeah, that I don't know. There's a lot of people like that, man.
yeah, I mean, but yeah, I don't know. Let me well, let's move on to the next question. And
Mhm.
I might have to. Okay, I'll just say the question. Well, this is a question just for us to answer to them. How do I deal with irritating people, douchebags, or people who try to annoy you? And this kind of goes with the last thing we just said.
Let's go. I love it. I love the bridges.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah. I mean, I think Imani can tell you this. We have both dealt with very irritating people.
Yes,
Very.
and I'm just gonna go first. Really, the best thing you could do is just don't interact with them. Like
Yeah.
literally, that's it. No interaction. Don't say hi. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because it's like they can't be irritating if they are comfortable. They can't be irritating if they don't know you or they're not comfortable with you.
Yeah.
So it's really the best thing is just leaving. The best you can. Just say your goodbyes and just leave. Because what's the point of being near those people? Like if they're just sucking up all your energy.
Yeah.
Because I think me and Matt both tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, but if you do that multiple times and you don't see any like difference, like what are you still there for? You're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
So like what's the point? The best thing to do is just leave.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And there's also another thing, which is when they're trying to irritate you, don't let it get to you because then they get the power.
Oh yeah, that too. Yes.
And I'm going to give you a great story here. And I'm not going to name any names, but
Mm.
there was this one kid, right? He was such a douchebag, he was just such a mean dude. Um, you know, like he really loved to push people's buttons, and like he was such a weasel and a rat who just did things to climb up the social hierarchy and just all this stuff. So I'll tell you one thing that this guy did to me one time. I was sitting in class one day, and I'm just sitting there minding my own business, doing all that, right? Um and like this person used to go to I think it's called elementary school with me, right? And I don't I think he was the one to bring up elementary school, right? If I recall correctly. And so what happened was you know my partner went to the same elementary school with me too. The irritating guy did as well. And we were my partner was like, hey man, do you remember elementary school? And I was like, I joked around with him. I was like, you know what, that I'm sorry man, but that's not a time I want to remember.
Of course.
I was like, yeah, no, I don't know if I want to remember that time. But I said it in just a funny way. But regardless, we do that. And this guy out of nowhere, this guy goes, um, yeah, do you remember Matt? Do you remember elementary school? And I was like, yeah, I remember, like, just completely normal stuff. And then he just just a left hook out of nowhere. He just goes, yeah, and I remember you being friends with this person, and he said it in a way where he said in a way where he was just trying to annoy me. And he said that because he had a bit of a tiff with this other person, right? I was just friends with this dude because we were into the same stuff, and that's all we talked about, you know. And he tries to get me annoyed about that. He's like, yeah, and you were friends with this person. And I was like, yeah. And I straight up told him because, we had similar interests, and that's it. And he goes, okay. like in you know how irritating people say okay, you know, in a way where they're baiting you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah. And you know, this was a time where I had a really bad temper. I had a Monty could tell you I had a quick bad temper. You know,
yeah,
um, and I go, you know, and I just snap at the guy, and that was my mistake. I let him get what he wanted. That was my mistake. And you know, I was like, "Well, what's your problem? What's wrong with that?" You know, in like a bit of a tone. And then he goes, "No, I don't have a problem with it." You know, he's like baiting me. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
yeah, but I'm not going to go further into it. But he got me right there. He won. He
yeah,
got me angry. You know, he made me look like a psycho. You know, at the end of the day, I think the people around, you know, did know what he was trying to do. I don't think they were that stupid, but you know, you cannot let people like that get on you like that because that's when they win. And I
yeah,
know to all the people out there with anger issues, I understand you feel like slamming those people against the wall. I know, but look, at the end of the day, if we're talking about who's winning the argument or who's not, if you just passively walk away, you will win because that dude looks like a douchebag.
yeah, man. That's why, like, I don't even know where to go with it. Okay, I'm gonna go on the surface then deep. Like for example, like debates, the politics, all that stuff. You can't get angry in those scenarios because one, how you look, and
Mm,
two, you can't like you just can't be angry because now you're emotional, and once you're in an
mm,
emotional state, you're not thinking with logic. You're
right.
just talking, and it's very hard to think because you're just in you're like all the neurons are pumping a certain chemical, and now you're mad. It's a very hard thing to manage, but I feel like for a man especially, like being in an emotional state, you can't you just can't do that. It's just because now it's very easy to exploit, that state,
Yeah.
and you just can't do that. You just I don't like it's just harder for us to like you just have to be in your box 24/7. Like you can't let somebody push you out. And that's one of the things, like, because people will attempt to do that, and the only way is winning to win is to not give them a reaction. Like
Yeah.
I forgot what that quote was. Like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That
Yeah.
does not apply to humans. You don't have to give a reaction.
Yeah.
You could, but what you have to do is eat that up and make sure you don't give them something that they want, because people will just come up to you and try to make you angry and then set you up, because that happens. That happens a lot. I've like even like people will set up a camera, and then try to make you mad and then pin you for it. I've seen that before. I've seen like Neymar Jr. went through that. Like a girl tried to make him mad and she was gonna claim domestic abuse. That happens,
Mhm.
but he didn't get caught because she was she was the one that looked crazy, while
Right.
he just sit there and took whatever she was trying to do.
Mhm.
It protects you, especially for a man. The stronger you are mentally, you
Yeah.
could probably go anywhere with it, man. If you don't let
Mhm.
people, make you feel up or make you feel down. If you don't let other people control your emotions, you're set, man, because you're not gonna fight anybody. You're not gonna go through this. You're not gonna go through that. You're not gonna get taken advantage by girl or boy. So hey, man, just make sure your head is on tight.
Just be extremely calculated, you know? Just do not let those people get to you because that's when they're winning, you know? And to all those people who are like, yeah, but they need to get punched in the face. I know, I know.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But don't worry, because one day they're gonna walk into a bar, they're gonna upset the wrong person, and it doesn't have to be a bar, but they're gonna upset the wrong person, and they're gonna either get physically punched or it's gonna be a different type of punch.
Yeah,
So don't worry,
it's gonna be something, man.
don't
It's
worry.
like you don't have to be the guy to punch him. Someone else will. That's what I just tell myself. Like, you know what? Keep moving like that. You're gonna be in a wrong state where somebody can punch you and you can't do anything about it. So I'm not the person. Just keep walking that path. I'm just another person in line. Everyone will make you step over them, but the one person you can't step over, man, I'll send you flowers to your grave, man. But not.
Uh, yeah, who knows? Maybe they will end up in the grave if they keep that up. Who knows? Who knows?
Yep.
But yeah. All right. Last question. We're
Mm-hmm.
ending it on kind of a sad one here. But what period of your life was the worst?
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So the worst period of my life was definitely the time where I just had clinical depression, and I just, I had no, just no motivation at all, just constantly upset, angry, all that. But I know I kind of want to do just an episode on depression on its own, so I'll just say that. Um, and yeah, I'll toss the mic to Imani.
All right. I guess I'll go through too. I mean, yeah, it wasn't as clinical, but it was like, I felt like early on, you know, I just didn't know what I was doing as a person. So I was just very reckless because it's like, you know, I felt like, you know, I used to live in a certain area before I moved here, where I'm at. And it felt like I just got taken out of an area that I was just about to like thrive in because I got used to the people. I felt like I know what I'm doing. I'm about to go to high school with the same friends that I'm about to chill with, and we know each other. We about to do our thing. And then I just got ripped out of that, and I wasn't even happy at that point too. Like I was just now saying, you know what, this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna get the best of it. And once I figured that out, I got ripped out of it, and now I was stuck in an environment where I was like I knew early on I was above these people, not in like a cocky way. It's just like where I went through war, and now
Maturity wise.
you just put me in a garden, and I was like, yo, what if I want to? I'm supposed to be in war, so I was like, it's not like I started creating chaos. It's just like I just didn't take anything serious, and it was very a depressing time because if I was just, of course I was doing what I was supposed to do, but it was like, what am I living for? Like it's just like, I get everything that I'm supposed to do, out of the way, but then there was just left with playing video games 24/7 until 5 a.m. You know, and just like eating fast food, all that stuff, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. So it just like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So once I figured that out, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay with this, which was basketball. Once I stayed with that and I started grinding more and more and more, it kind of shaped me as a man. And I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do. Well, basketball or this podcast, like basically the energy that I've created from it, the work ethic, doing what I'm supposed to do, waking up at the 5 a.m. and doing all that stuff, the work of it. I fell in love with the work, and I'll work whatever I have to do, into whatever I want. So as long as I have that attribute of me, my work ethic, I feel like I'm good, man, because, you know, I've moved far into basketball and I can move far with this podcast too. I could probably do both if I wanted to, and which I will. So, I was able to recover, It was really just not having a purpose in life. That really was it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's basically the same thing I had too. Just no purpose, just walking around, just like, all right, well, this is be, just follow the general formula. You know what I mean? And it's just, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's it. You want to close it off, Money? All good? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's good. I feel good. I feel good, man.
All right. So yeah, people. That was the Raw Goats podcast.
Yeah. No.
Yep. Yeah, we got to add that to the intro now. Yeah. Got to add that sound effect in. But anyway, people, remember, don't be the sheep following the flock. Be the goat running up the mountain.
Yes, sir.
Also, tell us in the comments if you like that phrase or if it's annoying. Just tell me.
Hey, man, I like it. So screw whatever they say.
Yeah, well, they are the viewers. We got to listen to them a little bit.
Well, yeah, that too. That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. But regardless, people, as always, please remember, be enlightened and stay enlightened.
And I don't know what to say for that. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it moving.
day asking us questions, maybe.
I was gonna say that, but that's corny.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, man, I did eat a lot of corn today, so it's in my system. Uh, I'm already making those dad jokes. Jesus, I'm already 40.
It's over, man. It's over.
Yeah, it is, man. Oh God. But anyway, all right. All right, people. That's it. See ya. Sorry, I had to freak you guys out a little. Sorry.
Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know. All
Just
right.
end it, man.
All right. Bye, people.